Another thought from the playground, learn how to be a great GM. The general manager, the one who makes the team, the head coach in a sense. But when you're on a playground, there's some different environments. A competitive playground where there's multiple people waiting for a game and you have to call next, you have to make some tough decisions and not pick certain people up. And if you're not the best player, you got to find a great player who can help you win so that you can keep playing. Or if you're on the court with 10, 11 kids at a local park, you want to make the game as competitive as it can be. You want to make it fun. And if you overload one team, nobody has fun because one team just blows out the other. So you blow up those teams and form new teams. But you learn what makes for good basketball. You also learn what makes for winning basketball, particularly in a competitive environment. When you become the GM after calling next, you build your team. And you know you're going to need a great player because that's how basketball works. It's a strong linked game. If you don't have a great player, you're probably not going to win. You got to have one of those top guys on the playground and pick them up. But you also need to know who the role players need to be. And if you pick up the guy who wants to shoot every time, even though he shouldn't, you're going to be in trouble and you're going to be sitting a while. So you learn in a very cool and experiential way what makes for great teams. Contrast that to signing up to play and just paying to play. Again, it has its place. You learn your role. Coach is directing you. You learn from the coach. You run an offense. You develop different concepts. There's a ton of great things you can learn, but you don't learn that ability to make great teams. Again, this goes back to ownership. It goes back to roles. It goes back to just learning how to win. And even though we can't just create the playground environment for individuals, we can coach teams differently to give them the opportunity to learn a little bit more of that in our practices. But I'll get into that later because my time is up.